Do any of you guys remember this video? This is Everywhere at the End of Time by The Caretaker, a series of 6 albums in which contains samples of 19. This is my level Everywhere at the End of Time, a 6.5 hour long level that shows the dissolve of the brain during dementia and Alzheimer's disease, and uses the full album of the same name, created by Leyland Kirby, more well known as The Caretaker or VVM. I spent over 7 months working on this level, and I probably went insane midway through. So how did I even think of building this? Well, we gotta go back to where it all started. This is Save As by Pac, a level that follows the exact same theme as Everywhere at the End of Time. It shows the degradation of the brain during Alzheimer's, except it's not 390 minutes long. Save As actually has actual decoration in the level, while Everywhere at the End of Time is 1.0 styled. This level is probably one of my personal favorites in the entire game, just because it shows the progression of Alzheimer's so well. The colors slowly fade to gray, the level gets more unstable and glitchy, and the song just fits so well. As I was playing the level, actually trying to beat it, I happened to remember Everywhere at the End of Time, and then I thought to myself, what if I used the entire album for one level and having the level show the dissolve of the brain into Alzheimer's? And so, on April 25th, 2025, I announced that I'll be making a level using the entire album, from A1 It's Just a Burning Memory to R1 Place When the World Fades Away. Once that video came out, comments were saying stuff like, Dark, you're a madman for making this, you need help. Instead, I say, yes, you're right, I probably do need help. There's no way I'd be able to finish this in at least under a year or two. Maybe even more. It took 7 months. Only 7 months to finish the level. 7 months. So the way I was actually able to get the entire album from the official video for the entirety of Everywhere at the End of Time was just by using a Sketchy as help third-party website, which caused the MP3 file for it to be 549 megabytes. I thought this wouldn't be able to be imported into Jukebox and Geometry Dash, but surprisingly it actually did. But there was just a bit of delay between clicking the playtest button and the playtext actually beginning by like a tenth of a second. So when I started building the level, it was going rather smoothly, just making generic 1.0 gameplay, and just finished A1 in just a few days. With the next couple songs, it was relatively normal. But then stuff started going down with A4, Childly Fresh Eyes. This one song took me over a week and a half to finish, and this one song was only 3 minutes long. And guess what? Only side A, which is only 6 songs, A1 to A6, took me 4 months. That's over half the time it took me to make the entire level as a whole. You see, I did the math, and since there's 18 sides, A to R, and it took me 4 months to finish only side A, that means with the rate I was going with side A, it would take me in total 6 years to finish the entire level at this rate. I was lost and hopeless, thinking that this level was just a waste of time. Side B only took me 1 month to finish, which brought the total time for finishing stage 1 to 5 months, which is still quite a lot, over half of the time it took to finish the entire level. Stage 2 is where things started to get a little bit interesting. Since you are further into Everywhere at the End of Time, you might hear some cuts or distortions in the music, however this is kind of rare. So I decided to add some glitching blocks in some songs from time to time. In Stage 2 only took me 1 month to finish. Stage 3 is just like Stage 2, but it's more jittery and emptier and just a lot more repetitive. Now this is probably why Stage 3 took me only 1 week to finish, because it's just copy and paste, 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 etc. Once I got to Stage 4, I thought of just taking a break because, I've done a lot of work in the past couple months. But because I was way ahead of schedule, I thought, screw it, might as well just work on it now. And that's why Stage 4 only took me 2 days to finish. Why? Copy and paste, repetition. Stage 5 was the exact same, except I finished both Stage 5 and 6 on the exact same day. Yeah, so it turns out making repetition will really get your level to be finished faster, especially with levels like these. During the terminal lucidity part in R1, I decided to make it completely auto because why not? Why can't I? I also decided to put in a lens circle around the screen and overall make it look darker and emptier. And finally, in the last minute, silence and darkness. And then at the very end, I put what Leyland Kirby said in the comments of the complete edition of Everywhere at the End of Time on YouTube. Thanks for the support through the years. May the ballroom remain eternal. C'est fini. And there it is. At that very point, The level's complete. I finished it, and I can finally be free. The level will be uploaded to the servers after this video is posted, and the ID will be in the description. I would like to thank you for your support as I made this level, and a special thanks to Pack for inspiring me to make this level from Save As. Thanks for watching.